was on Broadway, I didn't get to check those out.
They weren't flashing the scores down there.
Ward lost the football, scooped up by Jason, and it's a touchdown. There is a flag down, but Caleb on Jason.
Off that run play.
Right read, wrong throw.
Yeah.
Oh, bad snap. Over the head of Wentz. That's a live ball. And Wentz will rescue it back there. It was being chased down by Azeez Ojulari. And Wentz had to go rescue that ball back near the 45-yard line. So now a field goal even.
And you got a lifeline, okay? Oh, boy.
Football is loose again. Tua falls on it.
On their own 40 on 4th and a foot.
Try to draw him offside. Mahomes says, "Coach, it doesn't."
Oh, there they go.
Work. He was faking it.
There they go.
Got you. And Mahomes goes, "Gosh, it never works. It never stinking works."
Yeah, that's what he said.
Let me just try it again. Boom, first down.
And Kareem Hunt is the ball carrier to pick it up.
Look at, he's playing.
Yeah. That's all acting.
He's literally acting like, "Coach,
Look at the air! Look at it!
Little flea flicker. Rodgers buys time, throws, and that's incomplete. Covered well that time by the Bengals, who weren't fooled.
You can see Aaron Rodgers is frustrated there. Little miscommunication, even with the motion. I don't think everybody was on the same page.
oh gosh,
Oh, don't tackle me! Look at that!
Not happy about that.
Come on!
The celebration
Too old for that.
72 is their left tackle, Garrett Bowles. They move Pelcheski to the tackle. Yes, and there's the throw deflected for Bowles and incomplete. So they shoved him outside. They made him eligible on the play. The normal starting left tackle. And by the way, he is not allowed a sack. He's been as good a graded left tackle as there's been, but you can see him here. And Pelcheski was playing.
Well, they lined him up in a regular tackle position, but by declaring him
explosive run game back in this offense.
Wentz throws it out to the sideline again, and that is close to the sticks, about a yard shy for Jefferson.
Justin checking on Pam. Just stay away from Pam now. Come on, man. No, wait.
The maneuvering by Pam Oliver there.
I love that he checked on her to make sure she's okay. Pam, of course, has incredible sideline instincts. He said, "Hey, listen, Pam, I'm not running you over. There's one person on that sideline that cannot be run over. It is Pam Oliver." And smiling, looking great, Pam.
He was so polite. He said,
of course
"Are
he
you
was.
Okay?"
He is one of the nicest
guys. Yeah, and I
guys.
patted him on the helmet. I'm just glad I didn't go down, guys.
No, you had that, Pam.
You maneuvered out of the way like it was nothing, Pam. I hope it looked very cool as well on camera.
Robinson, the motion man, looking that way, throwing a Bijan. He's got it. Where's the spot? Got to get to the 32-yard line. He's ruled out of bounds just shy of it. So he is going to be just short. And on 4th.
Mike Vrabel going back to Nashville today. And as that one knocked out of the hands of Ewers, it was taken by the offensive lineman Larry Borum. It was Jerome Baker who came with the heavy pressure.
Gosh.
And Larry Borum, their right tackle, gets his moment in the sun. They lose 3.
Watch Alex Wright. Where does he come from? And just puts his helmet right in his chest.
Flacco. And that's dropped by Chase.
That's unacceptable.
That's man.
What the heck's going on?
Man bites dog. That's the headline. Not your dog, but, you know. 3rd and 13.
Oh, man. He said, wait a second.
Oh, that's perfect. Like, what?
That doesn't happen.
During the preseason, and he fumbles the snap. It's a fumble, and it's recovered by Kansas City.
Just when you think it can't get worse.
Jerry Tillery falls on the football.
It just got worse. I got a few of them, but it's just a little different.
And that was a great job of getting to Achane on the outside.
Bobble on the snap. This one is loose. Let's see what the officials.
And a fumbled snap as Caleb Williams will just try to swallow it up and make something out of it. Kool-Aid McKinstry covering him up. Ball's a little damp, field's a little damp. Manungai in the backfield, and another problem with the snap, and Caleb Williams covers it up as he falls backward at the 9. That is 2 problems between center and quarterback on this possession.
Now, I don't think he's going to step on his. Drew Dahlman, for some reason, doesn't want to give up the football.
At this moment in time, is really starting to feel it.
Football is loose. Dolphins are going to recover. And the offensive ugliness by Miami continues.
2nd and 10. Stroud stumbles coming out. And unlike Trevor Lawrence, he's not able to get up and dive in the end zone. He'll just stay on the ground. And just when they get down into the red zone and have an opportunity to finally get in the board, a drop or an inaccurate throw. That might have been on Stroud, the first one, and then he stumbles here.
Watch the right.
On 1st down, and we thought 1st down was going to be a vital number today because of the pass rush and what it means for 2nd and 3rd down. 1st and 10 here. Fumble. Nix will fall on it. And then touched right there by the defense of Thibodeau. So they lose a yard. 2nd down and 11. The rhythm is absent today from Denver's offense.
He's trying to ride it with Dobbins, and I don't know if he'd let it go too late.
Great throw.
Here we go, Dad.
Great tight end. The ball is loose on the ground, and Prescott falls on it to save it for the Cowboys.
Packers start from the 16-yard line. Trailing by 3. Love rolling right, and then he throws it into the ground.
Yeah, it looked like a low snap, bobbled snap.
Oh, they respond. Ball's on the ground.
Not well.
Smith falls on it. That could have been another disaster.
You said, how are they going to respond? Not well.
Not well.
But, they're just trying to figure out, a way to just get one win and then the next and then the next. They've had a really good first half.
Here comes some heat up the middle. Boy, this is going to be ruled, I believe. Let's see what they say. Was it a catch fumble?
Yeah.
As Whitehart able to fall on the football, so they did rule a catch. It'll be a pickup of 4. They're short.
One thing that you don't love is when either a coach or a player.
Achane able to fall on the football, but the official is going to rule incomplete.
The safeties are too deep for 3rd and 1. To the flat.
Fake to Hunt, and they go right back to a wide out. The ball comes up, but it's scooped up. Brown fumbled it, and then Worthy was on the spot. Well, that's why you're going to fumble it.
Yep, and then right here you try and protect him. It's too late. Doesn't have 3-4 points of contact. And this ball just doesn't go the Raiders' way again. They could have had a few turnovers already.
Both of these 2 teams, both at 1-5. As Miami begins with possession, down 11 from their 30. That one is picked. Campbell, and he will waltz in for the pick 6 on the first play of the 2nd half. Achane couldn't quite squeeze it, and Campbell in his 2nd game with Cleveland.
Ward, and that one's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Jones on the return, and Jones with a deflection interception, and the Patriots defense continues to shine in the Music City.
But that's what the best quarterbacks do, but not at that level.
2nd and 14, almost intercepted. Oh, right in his hands.
And it fooled Mahomes. And he really could have changed the trajectory of the game right there if that would have actually gone in. It's a good play design.
Thomas a block. Dart going deep and looking, and it was broken up at the 1 and incomplete, looking for Bo Collins. Moss? No, it was
Jones.
Brandon Jones. And Hufanga on the coverage of Bo Collins, who had only caught 1 pass this season, and the intended recipient of that pass. So it's 2nd down and 10. There's an injury timeout.
A little more than 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Pass over the middle, a little too high. Trying to get it there to Chase, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
That's a rare occurrence. Ball looked like it went through his hands.
7th round pick, the rookie out of Iowa, Colby, in the lineup there. 2:20, 2 timeouts. Deep shot by Penix to Mooney, stretching out, couldn't bring it in.
Can't argue with that throw. As a receiver, that one gives you the opportunity. But again, those are the plays.
I thought you were going to say you went on the field and did a workout yourself.
Yeah, I did that too. Throw over the middle, kicked up in the air and dropped by Disley. Should have been a catch. And instead they're staring at a 3rd and long.
You got to have those. Will Disley with a deep dig.
You're in field goal range. A field goal is still a possibility here. That's a bobble and incompletion with Hawkinson.
A great point by you, Adam. I mean, right here, of course, you'd love to pick up this 3rd and 10. But right now, Kevin O'Connell.
3rd and 3, the pressure comes. Picked up at first. Jones time. Jones fires downfield, and it is not brought in by Jamarcus Robinson. Downfield, the hand fighting. Robinson couldn't get free to make the play. And San Francisco will punt it away.
Almost everybody as a receiver, including George Kittle, would go.
This drive started back at the Denver 35. Out of the backfield they go. Dropped incomplete. Dropped by Nate Atkins. He would have had the 1st down 2. Wheeling to the far side. Incomplete. 4th and 3. Will they lead the offense out there?
1st and 15. Herbert loads it up. And it's off the hands of Johnston.
That's a couple times today that Justin Herbert is thrown behind his guys. Keenan Allen made a nice catch down the red zone earlier on a ball behind him, but this one, Quentin Johnston, unable to keep up.
Here in New York and the way we call it, so being able to tie that together, so as a quarterback, you can visualize it.
2nd and 6, almost pulled in by Bellinger. Hufanga on the coverage. Incomplete, just that close. He's already caught one. Bellinger has on a 44-yard touchdown strike.
Cannot play it any better than that by Ernest Jones.
Play fake Darnold. Fires downfield, and there's a couple of receivers there. Looked like it was off the hands of A.J. Barner.
As you see here, Horton coming across. Looks like the tight end. Barner may have, or rather Harrison Bryant. No, it wasn't Harrison Bryant. I had the wrong.
And being able to pick their brains on the sideline, he says it's invaluable.
Boy, you think of that quarterback room. Mel thanks. 2nd down 9, wide open. Johnson can't lasso it, incomplete at the 33-yard line. But that's got to help a young quarterback off of what Mel.
Right now, I think it's where he's at his best, but it's a lot of this shotgun catch and throw.
Straight back, steps up, climbs the pocket, and flips it over the middle and drops. Nico Collins had plenty of space, lost his focus, and lost the football.
That's a heck of a job by C.J. Stroud of navigating the pocket. And he said, look, he's a guy who's pretty calm in the pocket. Maybe his numbers not being as great as they were in his rookie season.
31-6. As the Browns about to get their 2nd win of the year. Quinn Ewers just tosses it up, giving his guy a shot, and they come down with the football. Going from number 3 quarterback to the number 2 man today, they pick up 40.
Oh, that was a great catch, and D. Eskridge.
Out here to improve and get better. You feel like you're going to win the game, but don't make any mistakes, right? Make it a simple play calls like this.
Over to Rice. Rice near the 1st with his 7th catch.
And it's an easy way to get Rice, who's one of the. You'll see Holmes right here. He's holding. Gets called for that. And Worthy continues, extends.
Listen, you've mentioned Kareem and Worthy in the last 2 sentences as Super Bowl rings to Spags. Here is Cole not catching this one. Ball's touched. Remigio able to scoop it up and falls at the 5.
Guess who's going to reap the benefits of all these guys coming back? Travis Kelce. You won't have as many people around you anymore. First time we've ever seen Worthy.
It's Taysom Hill who flips it to the sideline and room to run for Kamara and a 1st down.
Well, you know, it feels to me like it is forward. It's really close, but Eric Bilgmeyer, our producer, wonderful producer, he thought it was forward, and he's the one that was right. They said it was released just behind the 32, and then was caught just in advance. You know, parallel is backward.
They work Pitts on outs a lot when he's in the slot position.
Penix now flush, can't take a sack and throws it away. On the verge of trying to score points at the end of the half, and they come up with very odd finishes. London didn't get to the end zone last week. And here, Penix, you watch the virtual tackle box, you got the line in, and the clock stops when the ball hits the ground. It hits the ground at 10, thus the 10-second runoff, and halftime.
And pick him up as he comes off that downhill path.
2nd and 10. Williams to the end zone, and it hit Kool-Aid McKinstry in the back. He wanted DJ Moore. And it just caromed away. It's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, it's just a simple, like, skinny post down here inside the 15.
They're wired differently. They've been trained differently. We know he has at Ohio State. Baker has time. There's Ibuka. Incomplete. Ibuka was open, and it hit Amik Robertson right in the back. And he was back there deep with Thomas Harper. Yeah, I mean, he's so open, and Baker, he gives...
Arm goes up. He's telling Dak, throw me that rock.
I think you said touchy. There's 8 touchies.
1st and goal from the 9, and that's into the first row. Maybe the second. And it's caught.
There he is, young Jim Nance, just catching football.